Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and a brand new YouTube video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you what we've done to the house so far since moving in. This room looked completely different a few weeks ago. Still definitely bits of patching up to do. For instance, we need a new radiator in this room and things like that, but this is really just an update on our progress so far. So I'm going to be showing you the dining room, the living room, and also talking you through what we've decided we're going to do to the kitchen, because after a lot of thinking, a lot of different layout designs and everything, I think we've cracked it. I think we know what we're having. We've got our quote based on this design and I don't think it's going to change now, which is so exciting because I think it's going to look amazing. I've got some worktop samples that we can have a chat about and you can help me pick a colour, and also I've got some cupboard door samples as well for the kitchen. So I think if you give this video a thumbs up, it means that if somebody's searching for a video like this, they're more likely to come across mine, with me being a very small channel. So I would really appreciate that. Also, I would love you to hit subscribe as well and stick around for more videos like this one. But enough of me rambling, let's get into the video. I'm going to show you what this room looked like a few weeks ago now. So this clip is from the night that we moved in. I've got a full house tour on my YouTube channel from that night that we moved in if you want to see the full house before we did anything to it. But that was the front door, and then in the hallway to the left you have the dining room. There was this beige carpet on the floor. The walls were like a magnolia colour, but the walls were in quite good condition, so there was no need to re-plaster or anything. The doors we knew we wanted to keep, even though they were stained with this really dark varnish, which isn't really us. I loved the stained glass, and we found out that the stained glass is actually from the original bleachworks factory that used to be built where this house is now. So through this door into the living room, you can either get in that way or through the double doors from the dining room. But again, we have wooden beams in this room, same colour carpet on the floor, magnolia walls, and all the wood in this room was dark. This bookcase here, we didn't actually know it was going to be here. We thought the lady was going to take it with her, but it was actually fitted, which we didn't know. We also had a gas fireplace on the wall, which we ended up selling on Facebook Marketplace and getting a bit of money for that, which was great. We also had these French doors that led out onto the patio, but they were made of wood and were really drafty. The plan was to keep these for longer, but actually we ended up replacing them quite quickly. So now I'm going to walk around with the camera and just show you the living room and the dining room so you can see what changes we've made so far. Then we'll move on to the kitchen. You can see the layout that we're working with, and I'm going to talk through the changes that we're making. So I started off the before clip at the front door. You can see the front door's been replaced and that lets a lot more light in. I'm in the middle of stripping off the wallpaper in this room, and then eventually we will get this all sorted, radiator replaced, new tiles on the floor. But the biggest change so far is the doors. So these were all really dark wood. You would have seen that in the before clip. We had them all dipped, so a local guy picked them up, dipped them all, and I think it was £45 per door to get them dipped. I'll show you from the other side because the woodwork hasn't been done on this side, and obviously the walls aren't painted, so for you to see what they actually look like, I'll show you from the other side. This is what they look like. They've still got like a bit of a red tinge in them, but I quite like that. And they are pine doors as well, so naturally they are going to have that orange sort of tone to them. So you'll have seen the clip where I'm stood here. There were all dining chairs along that back wall, and then you could see the beams were really dark, so Tom stripped those beams. Still need to patch up the ceiling slightly. I think you can pay to get them professionally done, and they probably would have ended up a lot lighter, but I'm really happy with how they turned out because they've still got a bit of red in those as well, which just make them tie into the doors really nicely so they don't look odd, if that makes sense. Can you see what I mean? Big change there with the windows. Everything just looks nice and fresh. These lights we got from B&Q. We went for brass pendant ones over the dining table, and I just think they look lovely. We pulled up the cream carpet that was down and went for wooden flooring, which goes off into the living room. So you'll have seen that there were dark wooden doors separating the dining room from the living room. We've decided to take those doors off. We actually got them dipped and then changed our mind and decided we didn't want them anymore. We wanted to make it really open. I think once we've got the hallway all nice and fresh, we'll probably have these doors open quite a lot. So yeah, we took those doors off and just and Tom just patched them up. But that is what this room is looking like so far, the dining room. We've kept the dining furniture from the old house. Really didn't know how it was all gonna go together, but I quite like that it's all different woods. It definitely doesn't match, but I think because we've added this mirror from Dunelm, it still looks nice and modern. So yeah, just a basket in the corner there, which I don't really know what I'm doing with. We went for brilliant white on the ceilings and then an off-white on all of the walls. I just put my candles out that were from the old house. A bit of eucalyptus on the dining table. These placemats are from John Lewis, and I added this little pink rug from Dunelm, and you can actually have this reversible. You can have it on that side as well and have it grey if you want to. So yeah, that's this room. Looks completely different. No idea what we are going to do about blinds, curtains. I'm really not sure yet. Love these lights. Absolute pain to clean though, so they're quite grubby at the minute. But Tom needs to patch up the ceiling there, so until he's done that, I'm not going to get these down. Showed my little plant in the last vlog. This lamp's from the old house. Not sure whether it's going to stay in here or not. When we moved into this house, I had this obsession that I didn't want to mix metals, so because I was having brass lights, I was like, everything needs to be brass, but it was major overkill, and I actually think mixing metals looks a lot better. So into the living room, I'm not 100% keen on this door, I'll be honest, because I'm not into like bright colours, but I don't know, I couldn't get rid of this door just because I think it is part of the house. It's like a feature of the house. So this is what the living room looks like. You'll have seen that there was a fireplace here, a gas fire which we had capped off and put these split face tiles on the wall. Got my little pussy willow stems, pulled them out of the garage the other day. Candle burning, that lamp is from Next. In this room you can really see the difference between the colour on the ceiling and the colour that we've gone for on the walls. We decided to go for an off-white on the walls just so it didn't look too clinical. It is the B&Q's own range, and it's quite cheap. I would really recommend that paint. It's not the thickest, but it's absolutely fine, and I think it looks quite nice. Massive change in this room which makes the most difference is definitely the bifold doors that we've had done. So these are cream on the outside, white on the inside, and we've gone for black handles. The floor again just follows through from the dining room, and still a few little things to finish off in this room, so we need something to cover up this little hole in the wall. This rug I absolutely love, and then on my coffee table I've just got a tray with some candles and some matches, and then this book from Amazon. I just bought a few coffee table books. I've got a couple on my bookshelf as well, which look really nice and just ties in with the room nicely. The light we repurposed from the old house, so it used to be chrome and we just spray painted that black. So Tom did the exact same thing with the beams in this room. You can see he's sanded them all back by hand, bless him. Took him absolutely ages. I think we're going to get a chair for there, or I'm going to put a tall plant, not decided yet. Lights we got from Next a long time ago. I might change them at some point, but for now they're absolutely fine. Another massive change to this room is obviously the bookcase. We've painted completely white, we've changed the shelving around just to make it look more modern. And then I've put a few nice things on there. Tom added some lights, so we got these lights from IKEA. Just some nice little accessories, definitely more to add to this, but that's how it's looking at the moment. I'm glad that we kept those brackets black because I think it looks really modern. And then we've just got some Sonos speakers either side of the bookshelf. But so yeah, what we've done so far has definitely brightened everything up and just made it a lot more modern and fresh. Can't wait to get the garden done in summer, have those doors completely open and just sit in here. Now I'm going to move on to the kitchen and show you what's going on in there. Right, moving on to the kitchen now. So this is the door. Obviously we're going to have this door dipped as well, but when you open the kitchen door, this is what you see at the minute. Another door there which goes into the utility. So as you walk into the kitchen, you've got quite a bit of free space here with no kitchen whatsoever. I think the previous owners here had a table and chairs and like some things on the wall, but to your right when you walk in you've got the utility room. So yeah, this is how it looks. It's quite a decent space really. It's got the washing machine and dryer, some cupboards up the top, but yeah, it's not functional, like, and pretty much using that sink for all our decorating stuff. Eric's litter's in there, and yeah, just washing powder and things like that. But then the rest of the kitchen, so you walk in and yeah, you've got your like free space down that end of the kitchen. So it's a lot of wasted space really. Got two tall sort of like pantry cupboards there, a wine rack. That was the space for the dishwasher, which is gone. And obviously we've had the windows done, which lets so much more light in. The beams again, but they stop before the wall into the utility room. Bags and bags of cupboard space in this kitchen, which I will miss. We really did toy with the idea of doing like a budget makeover, because the carcasses and the door fronts, like they're solid. Also the appliances are quite good as well, but we just knew quite quickly after living in here for a few weeks, the layout just wasn't working for us, and I just couldn't make my mind up because I really wanted to keep a utility room. So now I'll talk to you about what it is that we're going to do. So the tape there marks out where the new utility is being built. So instead of the door opening and there being all that wasted space on that side of the room, we're going to utilise that space by popping a utility there. So what's going to happen is you're going to have your utility there where the tape is on the floor, and your kitchen area is going to be all of this bit. So we're going to knock down, excuse that squeaky door. So we are knocking down this wall here. The lady that lived here before us had plans to remove that wall, and it isn't a supporting wall, so Tom's going to have a bash at knocking that down. So the utility wall is going to stop sort of halfway between where the oven is here. We're going to have units that run exactly as they do now, sinks staying in the same place. We'll have a dishwasher and some pull-out recycling bins over here. So then down at the bottom, we're going to sort of keep a similar cupboard to this one on the left, because that houses the boiler, so there's not really much we can do with that. And then we're going to have a tall unit, the oven, grill and microwave in one, fridge freezer next to it, and then next to that I'm going to have a tall pantry cupboard with loads of shelves in it. I'm going to have it all organised with labels, I've decided. So yeah, this bit is all getting smashed out, and we are having an island in the middle, which will be about the size that you can see there where we've put tape down. So and that will just be a blank island. It's not going to have the hob on it or anything. There's a few things that Tom's decided that he wants. So instead of having a kettle out on the side, he wants a hot water tap. That's one of the things that he really wants. I wanted the pull-out bin, so I'm definitely having them. We're getting rid of the sink over here, and we are putting bottom units down. We're getting rid of these top cupboards. So in this side we're going to have the hob with an extractor that blows straight outside, so we don't have to have an extractor fan. And then this whole back wall will be a mirror splashback, so it's going to make it look so much light, because all the light from those windows will bounce right off that mirror, and it's just going to open it up massively by getting rid of that wall and having the island there. So on the utility room on this side, rid of the radiator off the wall. We're going to have coat hook for guests' coats and things like that, and probably like a shoe rack, a place for Connie's bed, and then the units will sort of start where the fridge is, kind of thing, which will have the washer and the dryer underneath, a low cupboard for all cleaning products and pet things, and then right at the very end we'll have a tall cupboard which will have the hoover in there, mop and sweep and brush, all things like that. I couldn't get the camera to pick up the colours of the doors properly, but this is really what they look like in real life. So on the left you've got cashmere, and on the right you've got dove grey. This is the exact door that we're going for. It's a shaker style door. I think we're going to go for like a brushed nickel, maybe like brass door knob, and a mixture of different handles. But yeah, I think that's the sort of colour that we're going for. Both me and Tom at the minute like the cashmere, so let me know in the comments which you prefer. We wanted to keep it quite neutral. We loved our old kitchen, which I think was that colour or very, very similar. It was a Howden's kitchen. Okay, so onto worktops. These are our options. So I'm thinking something whitish, off-white, with maybe either a speckle in it or marble. I'll show you my favourites. So I think it's My favourite was this speckly one. This one that Tom really likes, and that one's called San Marco. I think I'm between those two. The speckle one I really like, and I think the reason why I like this is because I prefer the cashmere door, and I think those two look really, really nice together. I think if we were going for the dove grey door, then marble would look best, and that looks best with that one. Let me know what you think. So it would either be that or that. Hi everyone, so now you've seen the kitchen, you've seen what we're working with, you know the sort of like layout that we're going for, colour scheme and everything. I'm so indecisive, so I would love to know your opinions. Leave comments down below, let me know what you think. Hit subscribe before you leave, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!